follow.
So, this battle map is very, it's drawn as best I could represent it, but remember the room is much bigger than this. All the red X's are fire, so there are places you guys can't stand without taking damage. You couldn't stand on the big braziers anyway because they're about 60 to 70 feet tall. But the big X on the top is where the skull is. Upon coming out, you guys make your way to the floor and crack on a few bones as the silent air sits stagnant.
What are those X's on the stairs? Those are stairs.
Those are fire as well.
Oh. Well, I said I was gonna move to the skull. I still plan on doing that. So, yeah.
The room sits still, Mr. Tyler. As the room sits still, you guys are now kind of standing on the layered bones, which now when you look down you can tell are a mix between humanoid, beast, and some type of just random assortments that you've never really ever seen before. You then begin to hear footsteps coming out from this brazier and this brazier here. I would like everybody to roll a perception check.
8.
8.
22.
22.
18.
18. 4 or 5?
5.
All right. Who got the 18?
I did.
All right. Dwarf, you have been in very dark places before, as it is still where you have grown up. Though, being that you are somewhere deep in the earth, you feel an unsettling feeling as you peer around one of the braziers and you see a faint glow coming as the footsteps peers, and you hear the snarling and just a loud bark in the distance. On either side, coming around the corner, steps out 2 devilish looking dogs that, in a sense, you see but are not sure what they quite are. They stand still before you and stare at you, giving a low growl at you as you see one of them bark and a little bit of flame comes out of its mouth. Everyone, roll initiative.
Hell. X.
22.
22.
17.
17.
Fresh.
When you're ready.
So
we don't throw numbers at you and then you just repeat them and don't know what to do with them.
exactly. Yes, I'm one of those. All right. I'm gonna start you guys from the top again. So why don't we go, Chris?
Oh, sorry. 22.
Okay. Paul.
14.
All right. Tyler.
6.
Ryan.
17.
Okay. And Paul, you got a 16, you said?
No, 14.
14. Okay, so Ryan's before you. Tyler's after you.
What are you looking at?
The creature. They both look at you in anger, like you've just stepped into their home. And Chris, you get first shot. As you know, these creatures they seem like they're ready to pounce. They're also to remind you guys just lived in a world that was attacked by like devils and fiends, and it almost tore your world apart. So pretty much every single one of these creatures you want to kill on sight.
Well, I guess I will go ahead and shoot an Eldritch Blast at the left one. Get a nat 1 to hit, so nothing happens.
So, as the Eldritch Blast goes flying over the Hellhound's head, you actually smash it into the side, the stone behind it, as it blasts the stone out and collapses all across the floor. I'm not going to penalize you too bad for that one, but don't do it again. Is that your turn?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. It now, the left Hellhound sees you and makes its way at a full charge.
Alright.
Straight up to you and goes for a large chomp on your leg as its mouth opens and you see the fire just in its neck coming up to basically ignite. Does a 9 hit you?
It does not.
So the Hellhound goes down for a munch, and you kind of scoot out of the way as it bites down on some of the bones. Ryan, it's your turn as you see these Hellhounds now attacking your friends.
I guess I'll try to just swing my axe at the hellhound that's going after. Oh, I can't remember your name.
Okay.
Get closer.
I have to
Get the
change
fun.
the overlay for a moment. All right. What are you going to be doing again? Sorry.
Just swing my battle axe at it.
Okay. Let's see. Go ahead. Roll to attack.
Does he get advantage?
Why would he?
Yeah, I just did 24 anyways.
From there, he would not get advantage.
Oh yeah, from that. No, he'd have to be right up directly on the opposite side of it.
So I'll take that.
All right. I'm just gonna have to for 1 second. Okay, so you attack it. What did you get again? I'm sorry.
A 24.
You definitely hit.
And 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. It snarls as your warhammer comes down and basically cracks it in the side. All right. It is now its buddy's turn as it comes charging 25 to Arzaroth and goes in for a chomp on you, Arzaroth. Already damaged. Does a
The suspense is killing me.
Not me
Right.
lying. Fresh.
Why were you so far up? Why would you not let...
He put me there.
That's fair. have lost our TM. Anybody else eat dinner?
Not yet, no.
That's all I can smell.
Not
Right?
yet either.
I do like to do that almost every day, though.
I brought mine with me.
Oh, nice. I'll probably eat pretty soon.
Belzaren, you're the one that's getting attacked by the one in
The left
that,
one,
that just moved up to you.
Yeah,
The left
It-
one or the right one?
the left one. It
It already
attacked me
went.
and then missed, yeah.
I'm going to be hit.
Oh,
Bryan left.
you know what? I misunderstood the tokens. As I looked at the tokens. Yeah. Okay. I actually thought the one on the right down there or the left down there was a monk that was like in some kind of position.
Oh, I see.
I thought you were the other one. Okay. If you're alone. All right. So I'll be coming to your aid briefly when it's my turn.
Mm.
Oh no.
Where the hell did Bryan go?
I think he was summoned by, I'm gonna say family or other living mates.
Mm.
The So I know that neither um neither of you two have DM'd because this is your first time playing. But Chris, have you
I've
ever DM'd?
like 2 or 3 sessions this past summer for some of my
Oh,
friends,
okay, all right.
not more than that.
Okay.
Bum, bum, bum.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say to Bryan, if he ever. Oh, he's here.
I apologize. I have someone in my family that when they get like a paper cut, they almost faint. So
Oh,
it's pretty normal. It's not like a medical emergency. She was slicing carrots and she slit her finger a little bit. So there was a tiny bit of blood. So she came in. She's like, I think I cut my finger open.
I hate blood too, to be honest.
I mean, dude, I've always had a fear of like slicing my finger with one of those, but like she's all right. Okay. It is like the 8th time in my entire life that I've seen her do it, so I wasn't even surprised. I was like, what are you doing? Okay, so let's continue.
you
Just
were
to note
asking
that
me
the-
if something hit there.
Right. Sorry, I was really trying to think of what we were doing there. So I just rolled. I'm not gonna re-roll. I'll use the number that was left. So I rolled a. You went in for a bite. 9, 10, 11 damage. I mean, sorry, not 11 damage. 11 to hit.
Miss.
It missed? Okay, so it comes into Chompy, you move out of the way, and it chomps the ground again.
The
Alright.
battle is not displayed on Twitch, just so you know.
Yeah, I am aware. I'm going to put it back in just a second. I'm just changing over the overlay.
As long as you are aware, then we're good.
Yep. It is now... So, Paul... I think I accidentally skipped your turn, so I'm going to put your turn in this part of the round. So go ahead, Paul.
Okay. Perfectly acceptable because of the way that things have ended up.
Yeah.
5, 10,
Right.
15, 20. So I'm going to go there.
Okay.
And I had already had my great sword out and prepared. So do I have advantage on this attack because I am flanking?
Yes, of course.
All right, I will take the 14 on the die. So that is a total of 22 if I can count. No, that's 20. It's just 20.
20
I don't know how to
definitely
count, so,
hits.
you know. Okay. So 2d6. We're going to trust the dice. Hold on. What is this thing? What is this thing? Because now it's relevant. When you roll a 1 or a 2 on a die from melee attack you are wielding with that you are wielding with 2 hands, you can re-roll the die and must use a new one. So quick question
Mm-hmm.
with that. It doesn't, as far as I could tell, it does not say anything about how many dice I can re-roll. And I got a 1 and a 2. Can I re-roll both or just one?
I will allow you to roll
Looking for
both for this particular
And
particular
automatically
fight.
have to retake.
All
okay.
right. Let me. I'm also trying to.
Oh, that worked a lot better.
There we go. I was getting tired at the
13
fact that we
points
didn't
of-
have any battle music ever. There we go.
13 points of damage, but I'd like to add in a smite.
Okay. Go right ahead.
All right, so I'm going to roll. If the target is a fiend, it takes an extra d8. Should I be adding an extra d8?
Yes, sir. You should be.
All right. So I will roll 2 d8s. And that is, so the first one was the total of the just pure slashing damage
Okay.
was 10, 11, 12, 13. And then the radiant damage, I believe it's radiant from Divine Smite. You can spell one spell radiant damage, yeah. The radiant damage is 11.
11. Okay.
Yes.
So altogether?
Altogether, that is 22, if I can count.
22 damage. And
No, wait,
11
hold on. That's not right. I did my math incorrectly.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'll give you a
I
second.
don't know how to do math.
you're,
All right, so it was
you're talking to the math king over here. I can't do math at all.
Whoops. My parents are calling for me. I'll be right back.
11. Yeah, no, that was a total of 24 damage.
24 damage. Okay. Damn. Good for you. You friggin' show me how you do that. You don't kill it, but how do you attack?
Very much so. It looks graceful, but like only when there's someone in front of her. So like you can see that there's a slashing kind of almost dancing motion, but if the creature in front of her was not there, it would just look obscure and like square. But because the creature is there, it kind of allows her to guide the blade better. And it's, you know, one of those like big sweeping motions.
Ooh.
Very.
And in a swipe, you see this like white light crack against its fire skin, like in like one hit, as it like screeches in more of a rage now. The anger that like screeches out of it is something unheard of, and fire comes out of its mouth and snout as it screeches to the sky. Is that your turn, Paul?
That is my turn.
All right, Tyler, it is your turn, sir.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. I'm gonna move up here. Get a flank onto this motherfucker. Then I'll do a normal unarmed strike. So, roll hit die. 21.
All right.
Then a damage die. That would be a 6.
Okay. 6 damage to the. You are attacking that one. That's the left one. Okay.
Then I'm going to spend a key point and do a flurry of blows.
Ah, there it is. Using your monk abilities. That's what I'm talking about. I've been waiting for that one.
So, come on and take 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. 25 on the hit die. 7 damage in the first hit.
Okay.
Second hit die. Do all these get advantage on the hit die?
No, the damage doesn't get
Not
doubled.
the damage,
It's
just the hit.
just the hit is doubled, but flurry of blows I don't think counts for. I don't think it counts for flanking. Or,
Okay.
yeah.
So the second hit is a 12 hit die. Does that hit?
Are you asking me if it hits?
Yeah, the 12.
It does not.
So 7 plus 6. What that damages.
So as the punching bag of the monk comes, you see Arzaroth come up and right hook, left hook, blasting some like key energy out of his fists as he boom boom hits the Hellhound in 2 places where it really injures it. You can tell that both these creatures are incredibly hurt as blood is starting to pour from sores in their arms and their legs, and they're starting to become disheveled. It is now Chris. It's back to you on the top.
All right, and Bryan, just as a quick aside, I saw the link to that YouTube channel in your Twitch description a minute ago.
Yes, you're welcome for that.
Big fan of that.
Everyone, check that out, please.
Please don't. But what I'm gonna do is, as a bonus action, I'm gonna pop my Form of Dread, which is gonna give me temp hit points equal to 1d10 plus 2. So we'll roll that right now. So 7.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm going to just shoot off another Eldritch Blast at the dog right in front of me here. And since it's being flanked, is that going to give me advantage?
Yes, is Eldritch Blast... it is a ranged attack, though, isn't it?
It's a spell
Okay.
attack.
Would that still be a problem due to the 5-foot range you're already in?
It doesn't have like a normal and high range. It just says range 120 feet.
So, I think Eldritch Blast is a ranged spell attack. So how it's considered is within 5 feet, even though you have advantage, you also have disadvantage, so you're completely just a normal roll on this.
Okay, so just a regular. That's fine. 26 to hit and
Yes,
8
you
damage.
All right.
And now it also has to make a wisdom save if it fails, it's frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
DC 15.
Wisdom save, you said?
Yes.
It gets a 20, not natural, so it definitely succeeds.
All right. It is fine then.
Okay, it is now its turn. It is going to turn around to Belzaren and take a massive munch out of you while fire just blasts out of its face. It hits you for 21.
To hit?
Yep.
Yep, that hits.
Sure.
What kind of damage am I looking at?
Yeah, I'm just, I was reading something about it. You take... Nice. You take 11 damage.
All right.
And it is also piercing, so it is plus 2d6 fire damage. As I forgot to read.
So 11 piercing plus 2d6 fire?
Yep, so it is 11 damage and 7 fire damage.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, it takes a month, buddy.
I am now at 6. So I am very glad that I popped that form when I did, because I would be down otherwise.
So when it takes a bite out of your leg, it like chomps deep and flames kind of spew out of its mouth, burning your leg and catching your robes on fire for a split second, which you put out when you kick it off of you. It is now Ryan, your turn.
Wait, sorry.
Oh,
sorry,
go ahead.
1 second.
Go ahead, Chris.
As a reaction, I'm going to cast Hellish Rebuke on it.
Okay.
And it has to be a dex save. I assume the DC is my... Hang on. Yeah. DCs. So the DC is 15.
It matches it perfectly.
Okay, so that's a success, right? Okay. In that case, it is going to take half of 2d10.
Okay.
And this is fire damage. So half of 11. Rounded, I guess, however you like. So
Okay, so half of 11, which is rounded down always, which is going to be
So
5. Rounded down even more because you just attacked a fire creature with a fire attack.
Yeah.
So I believe that halves it again, which is a 2 damage.
Okay.
All right. It is now your turn, Ryan. Go ahead, Ravi.
Alrighty. I'm just gonna attack the creature in front of me one more time. My axe. Let's see. I got an 18 to hit.
Okay. You hit.
Okay. And 11 damage.
Ooh, nice. Damn. How do you want to kill it?
I guess I'll just like try to cleave its head cleanly off.
You do so. So you still using your warhammer, or are you using?
The war axe.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you, as Arzaroth is bang hitting it with his key point energy just spouting out and white energy bouncing off of it. Belzaren's over here blasting it with a few spells and cursing at it in languages you don't even understand, making it like basically like flinch at every move as you just come down with a leap with your axe and chop its head clean off. The creature gives out one quick screech and the fire burns and then dissipates as the creature hits the ground dead. Its friend howls to the air in anger as it is its turn, and it looks to Ravi and heads that way, prompting opportunity from Izod.
Ravioli.
You're muted.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Natural 20.
There you
I will
go.
text a picture of it if you would
You're
like.
good. I trust you.
Okay. I feel really good about that. I'm gonna do it. My 2d6s. And because I'm gonna declare it beforehand, I'm just gonna double whatever number is rolled rather than roll twice.
Okay. All right.
All right, the 6 becomes a 12, the 3 becomes a 6. So that is 18, I believe, if I can do my math correctly. Because I'm,
that would be
terrible at
18.
this. 12 plus 6 plus 4. That's 22 damage
Nice.
there. And I don't believe I can pump Divine Smite in, but I'm not going to, even if I can.
Explain how you kill him. He's odd.
In the moment when it turns to go towards Ravi, I'm going to turn my sword up, and stab down right through its spine.
That is your key move, is skewering creatures and people.
Oh yeah, of course. Yes.
So as you come down on its back with your spear, it screeches to the air like the last one, and you see the fire in its belly and its neck spew and then dissipate as the energy of the hellhound collapses before it, and it slowly dies. You return to the emptiness of this huge, colossal hall before you. The skull sits still. You aren't positive if there's any more creatures within the vicinity of you, but you can tell that as of now, you feel safe.
Is anyone hurt?
Oh, I'm not feeling great, but I should be fine for now.
Yeah, I'm
Very
fine.
well.
So as the room sits still and the bones beneath your feet still crack and these hellhounds kind of rest, you see them, you can look at them and you hear a kind of a wisp as their bodies legitimately start to crumble before you into dust. It's kind of like you're watching the decomposition of these creatures in fast forward mode. Until they're completely dissipated, and actually you all begin to breathe in the dust that comes of them. You all also take, or you receive, 400 XP.
But okay.
Does anyone want to do anything now that the room is stagnant?
Oh, Bryan, I thought we were doing milestone for this one. Was that
Was I doing
not
that?
correct?
That's
I
my
thought
bad.
so.
That is my bad. I am giving you 500, and it's probably meant for me, so I wrote it down and accidentally told you. So don't worry about it. We're good.
Okay.
What I missed, I totally lagged.
So what I was just saying is, now you sit in this stagnant hall, you are good to go. What would you like to do?
To the skull.
All right. Do you all go to the skull?
I'm gonna pop. I'm gonna get like to the base of the stairs and pop another divine sense just to double check that that's it.
Okay, roll me a perception check before the divine sense.
Very well. Perception would be 16.
Upon reaching the bottom of the stairwell, you find words carved into the ground once again. new infernal words appear in a glowing fashion to you. They read, "The forgotten have been left behind." That's it.
Does it look in a fashion to be like, I'm gonna say the same handwriting? These are probably made out of stone, I'm guessing. The stairs.
Yes, they are. Every bit of this room
But-
is made out of stone, except for obviously the skull. It is pretty much the same handwriting, except this one was carved a lot better than the ones up there. They were more frantic above ground. Down here, it's a little different.
And this is also like scratched in though, like ebbed into it, like
Yep.
okay.
It's almost like if you're playing Skyrim and you get to a dragon rune, it's literally looks just like that, except not draconic, of course.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And then if you deem it worthy, I will do my divine sense.
All right. You
60 feet of me.
around you, you sense nothing. No sort of creature in any of those categories. Nor do you sense any other dangers around at this moment.
Okay. All right. So I would be then, like right here.
Okay.
The coast is clear. For now.
All right. I guess I'll kind of start walking towards the skull as well.
I will too.
Okay. Each of you wander up to this colossal skull. Before you are two entryways into it. The mouth is gaping open, and the eye socket is landed straight onto the actual stone itself, giving entry to what may be within. The skull itself is so large that it's almost hard for you to comprehend a creature of this magnitude. Of course, you've never seen, I don't think any of you, unless any of you would like to say that you have seen a Titan in your lifetime. You've maybe seen illustrations of one, maybe you've heard tales of them, but you've never, ever, ever seen one with your own eyes. So this is something that you really cannot comprehend. But for a moment, you kind of see a light glow coming from within the eye and the mouth.
Given what's just happened, Belzaren's going to kind of stop in his tracks and be ready to defend himself again if necessary.
Okay.
What kind of light? Can you describe that? I know that's an absurd question, but
No. It resembles the flickering of candlelight, an orange glow. When those creatures were coming around the corner, it was less candlelight, more of an aura. It was more of a pretty stagnant, strong, solid light, while this one does flicker as if it was a torch or a candle or a lantern.
how does that spell work? The other day, I mixed up thaumaturgy and prestidigitation. I'd like to not do it again, so I'm gonna just look how my spells work, because that's what makes sense.
Are you looking to do anything in particular?
I was thinking what's the spell where you create the lights, like the little bobules of light?
Well, dancing lights?
That's dancing lights. Something similar to that, but it wouldn't be quite as powerful or quite as,
I don't think
intense as-
prestidigitation can do that. If that's what
one
you're
of them
thinking.
can do some kind of small sensory effect that is
That's prestidigitation.
light related.
That is definitely prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation?
Yeah, it is.
So I don't have that. Okay. Oh, I can change the color of light.
Oh, that's
Okay.
sounds useless. I'm just kidding.
It's not if you need to make people scared.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, I have 2 giant flashlights on my eyes.
That's
so,
true.
You know.
That's also true. And the room is illuminated by fire, so there's also that.
Did you say it was also like one in the eyeball, one in the mouth?
Yeah, those are 2 entryways if you were to walk in. Both have the same flickering. If you were to sit there long enough, they are timed basically the exact same
So they're probably the same
source
light.
of light. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Would you like me to lead in?
I guess.
What's happening? Who's getting talked
Very
to?
well. Into the mouth of hell we go, and I will walk into its mouth.
All right. So, following closely behind Izod, I'm going to say Belzaren, are you in the back or are you right behind her? You are muted, Chris.
You're right behind. Sorry.
Okay, you're good. So, following one by one, which entryway do you take? The eye socket or the mouth?
I'll go in the eye socket, I guess.
So, Izod, I'm assuming that would be the direction you'd be tailing or pushing. Or were you going to
Well,
go
I was
straight
going
down
in the mouth
gullet?
specifically.
So, you guys
I
are
was
gonna
going
split
straight into the
then.
mouth.
All right.
Personally.
So, in doing so, Izod heads for the mouth. Ravi, Arzaroth, which directions do you go in?
I'll follow through the mouth as well.
Okay. Mouth or eye, Tyler? You're muted, pal.
Eyeball.
All right.